For years, the narrative has been simply that Europe means lower pay. The common story is that you move to the US, Canada, or Australia to earn more, save more, and live better. But did you know that right in the center of Europe lies a country that flips that idea upside down? IMF reported that Switzerland's GDP per capita in purchasing power is projected to reach about $97,600 in 2025, one of the highest in the world. Life expectancy sits around 84 years, far above the OECD average. These numbers alone challenge the narrative that Europe automatically means low wages, heavy taxes, and weak savings. So how did Switzerland become an exception that rivals the world's biggest economies? Across much of Europe, rising costs make saving difficult. The EU's average household saving rate in 2024 was 15.3%. But in Switzerland, households saved around 18.1%, higher than in the EU, Australia, the US, or Canada. Despite its small size and landlocked location, the country consistently tops European rankings for life satisfaction. Somehow, Switzerland sidesteps the low savings, high-cost stereotype and delivers both comfort and stability. Imagine two professionals living similar lives, one in Switzerland, the other in Canada. The Swiss worker brings in an average median salary of $7,000 per month, while the Canadian professional could earn roughly $3,624 on average, if they both spend on the same basket: housing, food, transport, and basic insurance. Despite Switzerland being far more expensive, the Swiss worker's significantly higher income will change everything. Swiss households save significantly more of their income than Canadians, with just around 6% household savings on average. So even after paying for the same goods and services, the Swiss professional ends the month with a much larger savings cushion, thanks to a stronger culture of saving. Historically, Switzerland seemed unlikely to become an economic powerhouse. It sits between France, Italy, and Germany, yet hasn't been invaded since 1815. It is not part of the EU or NATO. Yet its currency, the Swiss franc, is one of the strongest and most trusted in the world. Even with 4 official languages, political tensions never escalated into national divisions. Though minor cultural divisions like the Röstegraben do exist, it never grew into conflict. Instead, linguistic diversity became a model for cooperation. If you walk through Zurich or Geneva, you'll see the outcome of clean cities, efficient transport, and urban planning that feels intentional rather than chaotic. Switzerland never tried to outgrow global giants. It simply perfected its own way of operating. With few resources like hydropower, wood, and various minerals for cement production, the country invested heavily in human capital throughout the 19th century. While empires expanded abroad, Switzerland built credibility at home. Its neutrality, recognized internationally in 1815, turned it into a safe haven for diplomacy, capital, and talent. Strong banking laws and later financial regulation reinforced this image, helping the country build a global reputation for trust and consistency. Today's numbers tell the story as Swiss GDP per capita in purchasing power parity is higher than Australia, the US, and Canada combined, and unemployment rate rarely rises above 4.1% in the last 3 years. The country built power not through expansion or population size, but through dependability. Prosperity in Switzerland isn't just a statistic, but something that shows up in daily life. Yes, it's one of the most expensive countries in the world, but residents still enjoy predictable systems. Trains that arrive on time, clean public spaces, affordable education, and universal health care that protects them from medical bankruptcy, unlike the US, where such protections are often lacking. While many associate Swiss wealth with banking, the real strength lies in what the country produces. From precision instruments to pharmaceuticals, Switzerland excels in highly specialized industries. Companies like Novartis, Roche, ABB, Rolex, and Nestlé dominate global markets. Over 45% of Swiss exports come from advanced manufacturing and biotech. According to the World Intellectual Property Organization, Switzerland has ranked number 1 on the Global Innovation Index for 15 consecutive years. powered by strong partnerships between universities and industry. Even small towns host labs and factories exporting world-leading technology. On paper, Switzerland shouldn't be able to compete with massive nations. It lacks coastline and other major resources, and yet, by most measures of well-being, it regularly comes out ahead. Where larger countries chase growth through scale, Switzerland focuses on structure by keeping its systems efficient, predictable, and balanced. While others struggle with debt or political division, Switzerland maintains a steady course. Switzerland's success goes beyond economics. It's rooted in sustainability and social strength. In 2024, 59% of its electricity comes from clean hydropower, and strict environmental protections keep its lakes and mountains pristine, supporting healthy living. Equally important is Switzerland's dual education system, which pairs rigorous academics with apprenticeships to build a highly skilled workforce and keep youth unemployment low. This is reinforced by a political culture centered on consensus and direct democracy, fostering social trust, cooperation, and long-term stability, which are key pillars of Swiss prose. But success doesn't mean perfection. The cost of living is extremely high, and cities like Zurich and Geneva face severe housing shortages. According to Caritas, around 1.3 million residents are financially vulnerable due to rising rents and mandatory health insurance premiums. And despite overall wealth, about 5% of the population still experiences material deprivation. These challenges don't break the system, but they are real and often overlooked, which means Switzerland excels globally. But its prosperity isn't evenly felt by everyone. Well, a country being rich does not mean you will be rich. Yet even with these pressures, Switzerland continues to outperform larger nations. Its geography, once seen as Switzerland's biggest limitation, eventually became an advantage. It built one of Europe's most efficient land transport networks and connected it seamlessly to its neighbors. More than 70% of exports move through the Rhine corridor, and engineering feats like the Gotthard-based tunnel, the longest railway tunnel on Earth, turn mountains into strategic assets. Switzerland's strength comes from choosing a different path. Precision, discipline, and cooperation shaped a country that competes with itself more than with others. Its story shows that national success doesn't require expansion or global dominance, only systems that work and a society committed to maintaining them. So, when people say the best places to live are the US, Canada, or Australia, Switzerland simply continues doing what it does best. Quietly and efficiently, it became everything many larger nations are still trying to be. Thanks for watching. Until the next one. Peace.